Hello, graduating First to Go scholars. My name is Jose Badenes. I am Associate Provost for Undergraduate Education. One of my responsibilities is overseeing the Academic Resource Center, of which the First to Go program that you belong is a part. I first want to thank Mia Watson, Director of the Academic Resource Center, and Lexi Pineda, who is the coordinator of the First to Go program. I want to thank them for their hard work, especially during this critical time that we are facing. You graduating seniors, I bless you, I bless your families. I thank you for all your work, not only inside the classroom, but also outside the classroom, for the community that you have built. Trust that the education, the Ignatian education that you have received at this institution will be with you wherever you go. You are now men and women with and for others. You will be found in all sorts of places. Please know that you are not alone, that your LMU community is always here for you, particularly the First to Go community of which you have been a part. Again, I bless you. I wish you all the best as you move from the bluff out into the world. So, go Lions.
Hi, my name is Mia Watson, Director of the Academic Resource Center, and I'd like to welcome you all to the 2020 First to Go Graduating Senior Salute. This is a wonderful opportunity for us to spend a little bit of time celebrating all of you graduating seniors and celebrating your families, your friends, and your community for bringing you through to this point. It's been a journey. It's been a wild ride. And you all have overcome so many obstacles during this time, and you've accomplished amazing things. So with that, I would like to share with you just a few points to consider, things to think about as you launch into the next phase of your life. The first thing to consider. Right now, things are very uncertain. The world has never seen a situation quite like what we're experiencing right now. But one thing that I think is so amazing about first generation college students and about you all as graduates, many of you all, many of your families have overcome numerous obstacles in the past. You've come to points in your lives where things were uncertain, where you didn't know what was going to happen next or how you were going to get out of a challenging situation. But you can look back right now at this point as you prepare for graduation and look at all the numerous times that you found a way, that folks stepped in to help you out, that your community, your friends, your loved ones rose to the occasion, and that you found it within yourself to find a strategy, to create a plan, and to implement it even when you thought there was no hope. Right now is unlike any other time that we've seen in history, but it's like sometimes that we can probably reference in our own personal histories. So I encourage you to think back to all those moments, those overcoming moments, those moments of victory in spite of the odds, and realize that you have the skills, you have the grit, and you have all the tools that you need in order to move on to the next phase. So whether you're going to be in the job search, whether you have a job lined up or you're going on to the next stage of your education, you will take with you all of the tools, all of the experiences that got you through LMU, and you'll continue to build on them. I can't wait to see you all in a few years and maybe even a few months from now. As you all go to make your mark on the world, I'm so excited. I'll be here cheering you on. The LMU community, the First to Go community, we're going to be here cheering you on. And if you stumble, we're also going to be here to pick you up. So we'll be checking on you, and also reach out to us if you need anything. A couple of other things that I would like to share with you. One thing is, sometimes when we have downtime or quiet time or times when maybe plans aren't going exactly as we'd like them to do, we can use that time as an opportunity to do something that, maybe at another time we wouldn't have the ability to do. So what I want to encourage you all to do over these next few weeks, possibly the next few months, is really spend time clearly articulating your story and working on how to articulate that in a resume beyond just jobs and titles and experiences, but really figuring out how do you fully represent yourself as a leader, as a contributor to the world, on paper, through resume, through cover letters. I encourage you to use the CPD website and to use the CPD team. Even as an alum, you still have access to those resources. Use them. The other thing is LMU has an amazing network. There's so many people out there in different industries that are LMU alums that are there waiting for someone to ask them for a helping hand or ask them about their path and their journey and how they got to where they are. And you all know how the First to Go community is. It's a tight-knit community. So there's tons of alum out there too that aren't just LMU alum, but are First to Go alum that are willing to answer questions and to provide support. Tap into your network. If you need any assistance with LinkedIn or with making connections, let me know, let Lexi know. We're just an email away. So those are my tips and recommendations to you. Welcome to the celebration. We're going to keep it moving. We're going to celebrate you all and everything that you've done in the last few years and celebrate what is to come for you. Congratulations, seniors. Job well done.
Hi everyone, my name is Victoria Arevalo, and it is with great honor that I virtually stand before you as the keynote speaker for the First to Go graduating class of 2020. While I wish I was in community with you all at this moment, I recognize that times are challenging and that this is the safest way for us to acknowledge and celebrate all of our achievements for now. Though the school year certainly did not end like we expected, I want to commend you for your resiliency, courage, and adaptability during these uncertain times. As a first-gen community, we share many experiences, from having to deal with the struggles of imposter syndrome to carrying the guilt that comes as we attempt to survive and navigate the hidden curriculum in institutions that were not designed for us to thrive in the first place. And just like we share our struggles, we also share our aspirations as we pave the way for future generations and break cycles of social inequality. Reflecting back on my time as an undergraduate, I recognize that these past 4 years have not been easy. In fact, it has been a never-ending period of active learning and unlearning. When I first came to LMU, I felt the constant need to assimilate into its culture because I didn't want to stand out from the rest. But what I didn't know was that this was going to be more difficult than I imagined. I remember walking into my first college class ever and being the only Latinx person there. I remember having no idea what religion or philosophy courses were like, as I was never introduced to them in public school. And like many of you, I remember having to explain why I had to go home and visit my family almost every weekend. I quickly realized that assimilating into this culture was not going to be an easy task, as I was inherently different than my peers from the start. I was terrified to make friends, because my world was very different than that of my peers. My world was characterized by a worn-out 1996 red van that overheated often, declining invitations to go out because I did not have an allowance, and having to translate legal documents to my parents over the phone. Our worlds were incompatible, so I found myself hiding the very essence of who I was and where I came from. I wanted to fit in so badly that I convinced myself that my story wasn't one worth telling. That is, until I found a loving community that embraced me with open arms. Through programs and organizations such as First to Go, Latino Retreat, and Sigma Lambda Gamma, I was able to find myself. My community helped me realize that every story, including mine, is one worth telling. Why fit in when you can stand out? Our unique stories are what makes us special. Though I may not have shared the same experiences as my peers, I did learn to reclaim my culture, my story, and my multiple identities. These past few years have consisted of constant learning about the world, about others, and most importantly, myself. If you asked me to share my story 4 years ago out loud, I would have said no in a heartbeat. But 4 years later, here I am, sharing this truth that I have come to know so well. As we embark on this journey called life, I want to encourage you all to own your truth, embrace your identities, and reclaim your story, because all of you deserve to be heard. I stand here before you today, looking back on 4 years of legacy we've all made together. Each and every one of you has left your mark in this community, and we are honored to have been part of your story. It is my hope that you all continue to unapologetically stand in your truth, breaking generational cycles of trauma by healing and embracing the very things that makes us different. I know this is not the celebration we had planned, and that we won't get the chance to cross that stage as soon as we hope to. But I want you to know that your accomplishments will not go unrecognized. We hear you, we see you, and we salute you. Wherever you are, know that today and every day we celebrate you. Congratulations, class of 2020. Sisa Pula.
is Alexia Fernanda Pineda Soto. Folks call me Lexi. I am the program coordinator for the First to Go program here at LMU. And on behalf of First to Go and on behalf of LMU, I would like to thank you for spending this time with us, for spending this time virtually. I'm grateful for your presence and connection today. Because of you, parents, family, friends, seniors were able to fulfill yet another of our wildest dreams, graduation. And this is a period of time, friends, where we witness moments of purpose, moments of magic, perseverance, and discovery, when all of these elements come together to create this right now. And these are moments where we cherish the first memories you've created with the people you now call family, and cherish the many, many seconds that have redefined who you are today. And seniors, you made it. You're here. You have finally made it. And as you sit here approaching a new version of you, I urge you to recall your path here and to touch the future that you are forging. Why? Because this moment deserves it. You deserve it. This moment is the result of the days that have taught you of your imperfection, your complexity, and your resiliency. And you graduating is now a path that lets those after you believe that they are capable of all, capable of defying odds, capable of sharing and passing an honor that you lit, a fire that you started. And as you go on, I can only wish and hope that you continuously find opportunities to get lost, to find the other, and to reclaim a story that will always be yours. And in doing so, I know you will find eterna felicidad en lo ordinario, in the ordinary. Silence is worthy of your attention, childlike wonder in the memories you create, and that you make, and a life so full to the brim that even your broken parts want to heal. For in fact, this identity, this first in identity is yours. It means love. It's that radical love we always talk about. It means getting caught between the unknown and amazement and creating possibility out of it. There's something truly alchemical in the art of creating what you have, not because it's untouchable and or fearless, because it has worked, grown, understood, and risen despite the many moments where you forgot who you were. And even on the days when you wanted to give up, even on the days when all you did was breathe, you have taken this experience and made it resiliency because your gift was made to serve beyond this bluff. With all the conviction in my heart, I trust that you are ready and willing to see the next version of you, the evolving version of you that the society will learn from. The minutes of your lives have gotten you here, and you have chosen to delve deeper, to be both student and teacher, lover and loved, child and grown, restless and still, and every world in between. And as we balance these worlds, we also balance the journey and the lessons that each offer. These lessons are sacred and can only be learned if you are willing and available to the unknown to come. And these lessons coincidentally can only be taught with your full presence and your heart on your sleeve. These lessons can only be taught with a soft vulnerability whose actions will work towards justice. You are men, women, and individuals for and with others. You have always been, and you will continue to be. With this said, I invite you to listen to who you're becoming, to listen to the world, for there's so much world to see. And once you've seen it, in only the way you know how, let your heart be full, for this first generation magic will always be by your side. I'm so proud of you. We're proud of you. Your family is proud of you. LMU is proud of you. And most of all, I hope that you are proud of you. Class of 2020, we love you. Congratulations.